All right, good morning, you guys. Friday morning, and here is a picture of Old Faithful. It's a geyser in Yellowstone National Park. You can see down here at the bottom how little the people look, and I don't know how far away they are from the geyser, but they look pretty small. So Old Faithful, it is hot water and steam in it. It erupts into the air many times a day, maybe around, on an average of around an hour and a half. So if it erupted in every hour and a half, then that would mean it would erupt around 4 times during a school day while you're here at school. So it can give up to 3,700 or up to 8,400 gallons of water at a time, and can shoot up to 106 to 185 feet tall. So it's tall, but it's not the tallest one. So it's really neat. I would love to see it sometime in real life. So that is all about just a little fun thing to see and talk about before we begin our language lesson today. And first off, we're going to do a little brain test. And I have 6 words written here on the side. And so I'm going to give you 15 seconds. You can study the words, and then we'll talk about what you found in these words that are the same, that are similar to each other. Groups of letters and sounds. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go. All right, that's 15 seconds. So let's go ahead and review these words. I wonder how many of them you were able to sound out, because they do use special sounds that you've already been learning. Okay, so this first one, look at that first part. It's add, but yet we give it an sound. Okay, so what is similar about all these words? What do they all end with, first of all? So they all end with A-L, okay? They all end with A-L. Now some of them, there are 3 words that end with N-A-L, okay? Additional, exceptional, and national. Those all end with N-A-L, and those words also have T-I-O-N in those words. I'm not even underlining the T. There we go. Additional, exceptional, and national. And then we've got electrical and musical and physical. So those are some special sounds, some letter combinations that if you see them in a word, it can help you to know how to say the word. Okay, so I'm going to erase that. That way it's not distracting us anymore. And we're going to go on to reviewing some of those little tiny words that can get confusing. So there, I'm going to read over the rules for sit, sat, and set, and 2, 2, and 2. Okay? Do y'all remember those, the difference? And maybe while I'm reading, you can even figure out which word we should choose in each of those sentences. All right, here we go. Sit means to rest or to be seated. So I sit down. The word sat is used to tell about something that has already happened. Grandpa sat on the recliner. Set means to put or place something. I will set my book on the desk. I will not sit it there, I will set it there. TOO means also or more than enough. I want want to go too, or you ate too much cereal. Oh, all right. TWO means the number 2. TWO means the number 2. And for most other meanings, we use TO. Okay? So most other times, we use TO. All right. Now, yesterday, John sat, or set in some mud. Which word? Yesterday, John sat. Okay, sat is telling about a time that already happened. Yesterday, John sat in some mud, and I hope he took a bath. Okay, will you be able to come watch my baseball game? Will you be able TOO, TWO, or TO? Will you be able to come watch my baseball game? Which 2 goes in that sentence? All right, we use TO. Will you be able to come? Because it wouldn't say, would you be able to come, or would you be able to, it wouldn't mean also or more than enough. Okay, we're going to go to the baseball game. Kim, sat, or set the heavy bag on the counter. Kim set the heavy bag on the counter, okay? She set it down. All right. You guys have been going over learning how to put words in ABC order, or in alphabetical order. So let me erase this. Get that out of our way. Okay, so sometimes when we put words in ABC order, we have to look at the first letter of the word and see which letter comes first. But there are times that we have to go and look at the second letter of the word. Because if the first letters are the same, then we need to look at the second letter of the word. But there are times that you even have to go further and look at the third letter of the word. So we're going to learn about that today, how to put words in ABC order using the third letter of the word. Okay? So let's look at these words right here. They all start with, there's actually a special sound at the beginning of those words. So what is that special sound? It's inflate, right? So we have fluff. At the beginning of the first 2 letters are all the same in flute, flag, and fleece. So we have to look at the third letter of the word and figure out how to put them in ABC order. So let's look at this one. This one is a U. This one, flag, has an A as the third letter, and fleece has an E as the third letter. So which letter comes first in the alphabet? U, A, or E? Okay, A, of course, comes first. So flag is our number 1 word. Now, we used flag, so does fleece or flute come next? Does E or U come next in ABC order? E. E comes before U in the alphabet, right? Because here's E, and way down here, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. All right, so that means fleece comes next, and flute comes last. So if I'm looking for the words in a dictionary, flag is going to be before fleece, and fleece will be before flute. Okay? Now, let's do another section. What are the first 2 letters of each of these words? We have eclipse, echo, and Ecclesiastes. You guys had an Ecclesiastes Bible verse in one of your paces, science or war building, right? So which one comes, we've got, which two letters? You got E and C, but all three of the words begin with E and C. So we're going to look at the third letter of each word. So we have an L and an H and another C down here. I about underlined it. Okay, so we have L, now it looks like an exclamation point. We have L, H, and C. Does L, H, or C come first in ABC order? C. C comes first in ABC order. So that means Ecclesiastes is our number one word. Now, does H or L come next in ABC order? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So H comes first. So echo is our number two word. And that leaves eclipse to be our number three word. We'll go through another section, bite, Bible, and bicycle. Each of these three words, they begin with B, and B is followed by an I. So we have B-I, B-I, and B-I. Now we look at our third letter. So the third letter is T, B, and C. So which one comes first in ABC order? T, B, or C? A, B, C. So B comes first. Bible is our number one word. A, B, C comes next. Bicycle is our number two word. And that leaves bite to be our number three word. Okay, on page 309 in language, you are skipping 307 and 308. And going on to page 309, I put a check mark or crossed out the page in your books. So you should see where you're at. On page 309, in the first section, section number 1, you're going to be numbering in order names of waterfalls, different types of, there's different waterfalls in Yellowstone National Park. Now, pay close attention to the next instructions so that you know how to do it. All right, there are on your page, for section number 1, you have a red box and you have an orange box. Okay, the words in the red box, you're going to number them 1, 2, or 3. And the words in the orange box, you're going to number them 1, 2, and 3. Don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, these are two different groups of words that you're putting in ABC order. So your first group of words to put in ABC order, the first one is Tower Falls. And then you have Gibbon Falls. And you have Union Falls. Okay, Tower Falls, Gibbon Falls, and Union Falls. And you need to decide which one comes first in ABC order. Each of these words begins with a different letter. So you go by the first letter of each word. So does T, G, or U come first in ABC order? Okay, G. G comes first. So Gibbon Falls is first. Does T or U come next? Q, R, S, T, U, V. All right, T comes next, and U is the next one. So we have Gibbon Falls is number 1, Tower Falls is number 2, and Union Falls is number 3. Go ahead and do the next section as well. Upper Falls, Virginia Cascades, and Lower Falls. In section number 2, you need to look at the second letter of each word to put them in ABC order. And in section number 3, you're going to look at the third letter of each word to put them in alphabetical or ABC order. Okay? So, each one, number 1, you look at the first letter. Number 2, you look at the second letter. And number 3, you look at the third letter. So y'all can do that on your own. You're catching on to this, it looks like, from when I scored your work. So you're doing very well. And I'm going to, one more thing that I want to review with you before you go on to the next page. We use commas to separate 3 or more items in a sentence, okay? So if I say, John, Rebecca, and Taylor went to the park, I do John, comma, Rebecca, comma, Taylor went to the park, okay? So we use commas to separate 3 or more items in a sentence. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Oh, and thank you so much for your videos that you sent yesterday. I really, really enjoyed them. It was so good to see your faces and see where you're working. I've seen some of your pets, little puppies and a cat. Is that all the pets I've seen? I think so. So that was fun. Keep up the good work and yeah, have a great day. Have a good weekend.